Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now, it's real time.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, we're going to join Mr. Bob Kratzer. He's the owner-operator of Angler's Guide Service. Typically spends all of his time up there in Washington somewhere. And this morning, we're lucky enough to get him to just spend a few minutes with us and share what he's seeing out there real time. First things first, Bob, thank you, sir, for spending some time. I know you're out there actively working. How's the fishing this morning, and how's your winter steelhead season been up until this point?
Good. We got one nice one this morning, about 14.
Nice.
I'm fishing with another boat. They got one nice one, about 12. The steelhead season so far has been relatively good. Overall, the numbers seem to be okay. We have a few slow days, but overall, it's been good. With here last week, right before the Palace Sports Show, we actually witnessed some bigger fish coming in, some 20s, and a friend of mine got one that was 27, and the other one that was 26. So there's some big fish starting to show up also.
All right, I got to back up a little bit here. He said 26-pound steelhead, 26 pounds. Holy crap, man. What do you do if you got clients and one of them hooks into a fish like that?
You just hold on to them.
I don't even know what to do if I had somebody in the boat that's been catching steelhead for 50 years. If you saw a 27-pound steelhead out there, you wouldn't know what the heck to do. All right, well, listen, first things first, man. For us down here in Oregon and Southwest Washington, we've been dealing with low, clear water for the last couple of weeks. How about yourself up north?
Well, as you can see right now, I'm standing in a pouring down rainstorm, and it's blowing about 25. And we have not been dealing with low water. We have been dealing with high water. We get blown out, and then we get 3 or 4 or 5 days of fishing, and then we get blown out again. And so today we're at kind of a medium height river, but by tomorrow morning it'll be blown out again. So we're definitely dealing with a little bit more water than you guys are down there.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You know, we're all crying the blues. It's been low, clear water conditions for a while, and I hate that. How about yourself? Do you prefer high water, off-color water, or would you rather have low, gin, clear water? What's your preference?
Probably lower, clear water.
Interesting.
I like low, clear water just because people have more of a struggle with them, but it definitely defines where the fish are going to be. And then it's just a matter of having the right presentation to get them. You know, higher water, colored water, they can hide a lot more. They move a lot faster. So I kind of prefer the low, clear stuff.
Okay, now I got to dig in on that. This is the perfect timing, everyone. Mr. Kratzer is one of the best steelhead anglers I've ever met, so I got to get some advice from you. For us that have been dealing with this low, clear water, and we got a little bit of water that's coming, but that's actually, it doesn't look like it's going to hang around for us down here for all that long. What's your number one way to go after them? You're drift boating with your clients. What's your number one way to target steelhead in that low, clear water conditions that you like so much?
Up here, we tend to fish floats and jigs.
Jigs?
Floats and small jigs. Like the arrow hackle jigs. Those are some of my favorites. In a nightmare color. They also make one. It's what's called number 11. It's it's orange headed with a purple hackles on it. Mm-hmm. A really good one in low clear water. Number 9, which is number 9 was that one. Number 11 is like a cerise head with purple hackle. Those are the 3 really good colors. But basically, low clear, you go dark and small, or bright and small. But basically, smaller and float fishing, and try to cover lots of like the little deeper pockets and little faster type runs.
Excellent advice, and I love the idea of breaking down the numbers too, because I always get those wrong on the arrow floats for sure. Okay, I got to go a little bit further with this, Bob, if you don't mind me kind of taking you down this road. When you're in a drift boat and you're bobber and jig fishing in those low, clear water conditions, how do you like to present that bobber and jig while you're drifting with your clients? Meaning, are you dropping the anchor and dropping bombs? Are you just drifting the whole time? How do you like to actually present those bobber and jigs?
So I don't drop anchor too much, but every once in a while I will. But the one thing in my boat is, like, when you're casting out with my clients on a float and a jig, is it's always straight across from the side of the boat, 90 degrees across and below. My float and jig are never above my boat. So I always position myself above the run I want to fish. I throw straight across and feed line down into the run. And then that way the float is down below my boat before the fish ever know I'm there. And you're going to catch 99% of your fish kind of down in below your boat all the time.
Makes perfect sense. In those low, clear water conditions, you can absolutely spook fish if you get in there a little bit too tight. Okay, so great advice. I appreciate that. That's for myself and everyone else that's drift boating right now in these conditions, because it's been frustrating to say the least. But it hopefully will change a little bit. So what's your plan the rest of the day? Are you guys just covering ground? And what's your preferred way of targeting them right now with the conditions that you're in?
We've been doing a lot of bobber dogging. Bobber dogging like 20 mil beads. The water level is down just enough today that we can float fish. So today we're fishing floats with 4 and 5 inch rubber worms underneath them.
Oh.
Or a bigger jig. But today everything's been on worms, as was yesterday. So today the water levels dropped just enough to allow us to float fish a little bit better than the bobber dogging that we would normally do. But so far it's been either bobber dogging beads or float fishing big worms. Today it's going to be basically big worms until we get done here, and we've got about 8 more miles of float to go, so should be good.
Yeah, you got a little bit more ground to cover. And again, Bob, we appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us this morning and sharing some of your insights, some info that will help me, obviously, in those low, clear waters that we got to deal with. Although, again, we do have some water coming, so I'm excited about that. Maybe it's just a change of conditions that I'm excited about. I don't know, after having these conditions for as long as we have. All right, so, Bob, what's your plan going forward this upcoming week with the conditions that you have? You said you got more water coming. You're going to be taking a few days off before you get back out there?
Probably a day or two off, and then as soon as it comes back in for the first handful of days, I'll just be bobber dogging big beads, pretty much. Big beads or bobber dogging worms. 4 inch or 5 inch stick lead, about a 10-foot dropper or 10-foot bumper on your line, 12-foot bumper, and then just basically just bobber dogging those or big yarnies, something like that. But mostly just getting your stuff on the bottom and getting it slowed down in the big water.
Yeah.
As the water levels drop, then we'll change our technique up more to floats and standard vertical floats and stuff.
Gotcha. Bob, as always, sir, I wish we had a little bit more time to talk with you. We appreciate the insight. Congrats on a nice fish, 14-pounder starting off this morning. Hopefully you can finish up strong. But we appreciate your time, sir. And if you ever have the opportunity to get out there with Bob Kratzer, consider yourself lucky, because you need to start booking now for next year. Pretty simple on that one. But Mr. Kratzer, thank you, Bob. We appreciate you spending some time.
Thank you, guys. Have a great, wonderful day, and we're going to go play in the rain some more.
Good luck, sir. Be safe. All right, that's Mr. Bob Kratzer from Anglers Guide Service up north. Quite a ways up north from where we are currently. All right, we're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, I've got Shane Magnuson from Yakima Bait, a couple of brand new cut plugs from Yakima Bait. And trust me, it'll be one of those items that's a show again. We'll be back with that in just a couple minutes.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.